Hello fellow rosarians, thank you for joining me today. I wanted to share potted roses with you that I bought from Antique Rose Emporium. I had a chance to visit Antique Rose Emporium this year, and I've bought from them in the past. I just think it's a great company, really nice roots. So let's dig in here and look at this. I'm really thankful to be ordering potted roses because if you just watched the unboxing that I did from Palatine, I've got a ton of bare roots to put in the ground. So these can stay in their pots for a little bit until I'm ready. What am I expecting today? I am expecting 10 potted roses, all the same. I'm hoping to have a nice pop of color on my walkway. I'll tell you about the variety in a minute. Oh my gosh, it is so heavy. You know what? I need to look and see what I paid. I did pay for shipping, and boy, was it worth it, because these are really moist. What do we look for when we are unboxing a potted rose? We want to make sure that the soil stayed moist in shipment. So unlike a bare root, you want the top to stay open from the bag, because if it was covered, it would get black spot. So this is what you should expect. It's going to remain covered. It keeps the soil in, it keeps it moist, and it is so heavy. I can tell that it has been watered well before it was shipped to me. Now, what else do we look for besides, you know, that it's flushing out, the soil stays moist? We want to make sure that if it did have black spot, we could just remove the leaves so that it'll flush back, you know, in 2 weeks. We want to make sure it doesn't have pest. This does not have pest, but what I do see that it has is chlorosis. Chlorosis is an iron deficiency, and I don't know if you can see it here. Do you see how the leaves are, you can see they're kind of yellow with green veins. It should be an easy fix, and I could certainly email the vendor to let them know, but let's go ahead and take off this covering here. I'm glad I'm outside for this. Now, oh man, it's gonna be so wet, but normally what I do is I wanna take it out of the pot. When you buy a potted rose, you wanna make sure you got the size pot that you ordered. You don't want a vendor just to pop a band in here that has little tiny baby roots, and it's in a 1 gallon, and this is a 2 gallon, you guys. So we want to make sure that the roots are fully out to the sides of the pot so that we get the size that we ordered. I'm nervous, I'm nervous. Oh, I always get nervous for a vendor when I do that, but look, you can see that the roots are out to the sides of the pot. This will also give you a good opportunity to look in there and make sure that there's no worms. Sometimes, well, once I received roses from a vendor, and I thought a worm is a worm. And I, you know, left the garden worm there and thought, oh, a bonus. You know, it's, you know, a worm that's just going to, you know, enjoy being in my soil. You guys, it was a jumping worm. And so now I've got a problem with jumping worms. That's a whole different video, and I'll share that with you in the future, but make sure that you're looking at your pots really well. So let me go through these really quick. I'm looking for chlorosis again on this one. This one does not have chlorosis, maybe just a little bit. So I'll probably give them ironite from Bonide to take care of that. Yeah, this one, let me open this up. This one here seems to also have the same issue with a little bit of chlorosis. I'm so glad I'm outside for this. This is a messy job today. Ooh, it's got little buds. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at these little babies. Oh, I will take the chlorosis to have babies soon. You guys, I'm really happy with the size of these roses, and I did pre-order these in the fall. They had a sale, so when I talk to you about the prices, you may see on the website that they're a little bit more expensive right now. Look for those sales. This one has chlorosis, but it looks great. I think I'll put it up on the screen if I see that it's not true. all my time might be doing 2 and 3 gallons. So after I get all my bare roots in the ground and I get these fertilized and they green up, what are we gonna do with these? They need to be hardened in. So you have to kind of expect that they're used to coming from a colder environment than you're in right now. I'm in zone 8, but you want to make sure that when you first receive them, it doesn't matter what your temperatures are, if it's, you know, 70, 60, 40, whatever your temperatures are, you're gonna wanna harden them in. So what you do is you place these in your garage or up against the house in a protected area, and then every day, as soon as the temperatures are above 50 degrees, you move it outside for an hour, and then you keep increasing that amount of time until they're outside all the time without any problems. If any problems were to develop, you would be seeing problems with the leaves, and you'll know that they're not real happy. As I mentioned, these will probably stay in pots for a while so that I can focus on those bare roots. With Antique Rose Emporium, you can schedule the date that you want it to arrive. And so I just anticipated that I was going to want them right now at the beginning of the season. 2 more. So am I even going to contact the vendor and tell them that they had chlorosis when they arrived? Absolutely not. It's something that I can take care of. It's not a big deal. If it was a pest, I think maybe, because that's something that could really affect other people's gardens. But I just look at it and say, is this something that I can address myself? Like if it had black spot and I was just gonna pull off a leaf, am I gonna tell them? No. It's something that I can handle. Now, let's say you didn't know what it was. Certainly, you could send a picture to the vendor and say, what is this? How do I treat it? And, you know, I'm sure that they would gladly talk to you about it. But I just want to share, for me, it's just not something that's going to bother me because I'm so happy with the price that I paid and the quality of the roses. So let's get into prices really quick. So as I mentioned, I got these during a sale and I paid before the price increase, and I think there might have been an extra discount on top of that. So I paid $24.95 per rose. I'll put on the screen what the current price is without any discounts. And so for 10 of them, it came to $225. Shipping and handling is jaw-dropping. It's $94, but for me to go drive and get these varieties, it would have been expensive. And the weight of these roses, you can see that I had 3 boxes. I think that it was probably $30 or so dollars. I'd probably say it was $40, $40, and 10. Higher math, people. So $94 total for all of my roses. The total was $318. So I am really happy with Antique Rose Emporium. I hope that you will consider ordering from them in the future in the event that you're in the market for roses. So at this point, you're probably asking, what did I get? What was so important that I needed 10 of them? As I was opening the Antique Rose Emporium website, a 10% coupon popped up. So look for that if you're a new buyer to Antique Rose Emporium. So Little White Pet, you can look at it. It is 2 to 3 foot tall, a perfect little container rose or edging plant for rose borders. White Pet rarely grows much over 2 feet tall and equally wide. The large clusters of small white fluffy double rosettes are fresh and charming against the abundant dark green foliage. I have Little White Pet in my garden and it is a great bloomer, but I saw it planted in mass when I was in England. Let me show you a picture really quick. Look at Little White Pet here all along the walkways, and it's got, I think it's Nepeta there. Doesn't that look amazing? So I really hope you enjoyed this unboxing and you'll consider ordering from Antique Rose Emporium in the future. Thanks so much for watching, Rosebuds. I'll see you in the next video.